Nick in Paddington is on the line now.
I shouldn't tell you this, really, but I don't want everybody coming around my house. So I've got a mirror ball hanging up in the tree outside my house.
Yeah.
With a few spotlights on it and a few fairy lights in the tree. And the amount of people who've come past and I've been stood in my front yard and people saying how lovely it is. And it's those simple little things that we can do. And I don't know if you've noticed, but lots more people seem to have lights outside their houses than before.
Yes.
And that's an expression. I think of people almost calling out to each other, not showing off, but just trying to delight people walking past.
Thank you so much for calling. It's a real pleasure to chat to you, Nick. A breath of fresh air. It's lovely.
I do like the notion of a disco ball. You just have to put one light on it and it refracts light everywhere and, you know, just kind of makes everything look pretty and in motion. And yeah, so it's kind of finding yourself through the darkness or through the struggle. So I think that's one of the reasons that disco has resonated so well this year.
So that's one of the things that I will take forward as a kind of a signpost. It's been one of the good things to come out of this year. We have reconnected and rediscovered and remembered how important community is. I think that's been, if there's any one lesson that we could take from all of these, that's
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower clear.
Here we got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on a proper heading. 30 seconds. Altitude's 2 miles.
We're all born artists. The problem is to remain an artist as we grow up. That was Pablo Picasso. And I think we've got to help our kids, all our kids, aim high in life. Not just high, but higher than high. We've got to help our kids find their passion, their art. So I'm Nick Corsten, I'm just a dad, I'm co-founder of SteamCo. One day maybe I'll be the CEO, I don't know. So SteamCo is a non-profit community enterprise that helps connect our kids with their art and our communities with their schools by running creativity days. And we want to get the whole community involved. We want people who've had kids, not had kids, got kids, whatever, to come and work with us to help us run these days.
It's magical.
What inspired me? Well, I saw a talk by Sir Ken Robinson. I read half a book called What's the Point of School? On what we should be teaching our kids. And I went to Camp Bestial, which is really a Glastonbury for kids. And I thought, I want this in my kids' school. I've got a lovely little film my dad gave me of me when I was 1 and him with my first ever train set. And I show that to kids in schools all over the country. And how my dad gave me the greatest gift. He gave me my art. Because art is what we call it when what we do might connect us to somebody else. So art could be painting, it could be photography, it could be cooking, it could be coding, it could be dancing, it could be design, it could be DJing, it could be robots, it could be rockets. The fun, the excitement that we have making and firing rockets in schools is to be seen, to be believed.
This is the best day of my life.
And this truck contains everything you need to run a creativity festival in a primary school. 30 coding kits with the BBC Microbit. We've got rocket making kits. We do cardboard challenge. We can do the egg drop. We've got a t-shirt printing machine so we can print I Love Art t-shirts. So the kids design their own logo, take a selfie. We've had thousands of posters of those done. That's with JR, French street artist JR. So we've got communities all over the country designing I Love Art logos, taking photos, and we sent them off to JR, and he's printed 1,000 of these off for us, which we're fly posting all over the country. So in lockdown, we got an Arts Council grant and we built a green screen TV studio. We've been live streaming events all summer. We did a 3-day Glastonbury event where we built a half-sized pyramid stage from cardboard and code and ran 3-day events. We had Martin and Gary Kemp. We had Glenn Matlock from the Sex Pistols on stage alongside community artists, dads and their kids. And we had a young lad from Leeds called Lenny who played his piano on stage, all virtual. And that's what we want to do. Lockdown's not going to lift in a hurry, and we're running festivals from a spare bedroom here in Paddington, but we need people involved. We want people to collaborate for creativity.
I think they're doing fantastic work at SteamCo.
For me, collaboration is everything.
Elton John gave me the greatest gift. Actually, he made a film, I don't know if you saw it, with John Lewis, where basically he tells the story of how he was given a piano as a kid and worked hard and made literally $1 million. I saw that film, ripped it off, put our own subtitles on it, and Elton John retweeted it. It had 50,000 views in an hour, and I went on a 2-week UK tour from Cornwall all the way to Carlisle, showing that film, showing my train set film, talking to kids about art and creativity, letting off rockets, and inspiring schools across the country in our 12 days of Creative Christmas tour.
You've inspired one little boy in particular, a very quiet boy, and as that rocket shot into the air, we heard the words blast off come out of his mouth.
Innovation, technology and dreams rocketing up to the sky.
The state education system, we have a lot of people feel it's been narrowed and narrowed and narrowed, focusing on teaching and testing of highly academic subjects, which are important, which are right for some kids, but it's not for everybody. And some kids come out of the education system literally broken. 9 out of 10 schools in Britain have reported cutting the arts in some way or another, which is a real tragedy. And we're going to lose that cutting-edge creativity that made Britain so famous. Creativity is Great Britain, after all. The ideal future for me would be a whole load of these trucks on the road with passionate, enthusiastic, committed, creative people, helping connect kids with their art and communities with their schools all the way across the UK. As Albert Einstein said, imagination can take us anywhere.
I would like to have SteamCo day in my class. be a dancer because I've been dancing.
He turned to her mother and he said, you know, Mrs. Lynn, Gillian isn't sick, she's a dancer. Take her to a dance school.
You want to continue that road? Because there's always a road not awesome and a road awesome. And I really want to take the road awesome, not awesome. And obviously I know everybody wants to be awesome, not awesome.
No, thank you, that's talking. Let's go, good job. That was unacceptable.
Here we are, Starship 22 is here on the beach in Cornwall on our way to Spaceport Cornwall because we've been given security clearance to live stream from the UK's first orbital satellite launch. Going to be an incredible weekend. We're live streaming. We've got our Starlink satellite dish. We're going to be running a load of live stream shows, a Rocket Kids show, a space show tonight with Homer Hickam and Lord Professor Martin Rees, the Astronomer Royal. We want you to be part of it. We want you to log on. We want you to come in the Zoom room. Tomorrow we've got a special Rocket Kids session for kids in schools across the country, if not across the world. We're going to live stream and restream the launch, and then we're going to do a final show in the schools on Tuesday morning. We're here with our SteamCo pop-up art truck, which contains everything you need to run a creativity festival in a primary school, at a fete or at a festival, as we've done here across Cornwall, across Shropshire, because Cornwall was the birthplace of the first industrial revolution when Richard Trevithick invented that steam locomotion and took it to Shropshire, to Ironbridge, because only those Shropshire lads and lasses could build a boiler strong enough for him. And that's why we're passionate about Cornwall, why we're passionate about Shropshire as birthplaces for the creativity revolution that our kids, our country, our communities still so desperately need. So be part of it. If you can spare a quid to inspire a kid, chip it in. If you can spare £1 million quids to help us inspire 1 million kids, then we need to hear from you as well. So do check it out. We're live streaming all weekend. Hashtag Start Me Up, hashtag Launch UK and hashtag Kerno23, because hashtag Cornwall 22 is so last year. We're looking ahead. Be part of it.
We're all born artists. The problem is to remain an artist as we grow up. That was Pablo Picasso. And I think we've got to help our kids, all our kids, aim high in life. Not just high, but higher than high. We've got to help our kids find their passion, their art. So I'm Nick Corsten, I'm just a dad, I'm co-founder of SteamCo. One day maybe I'll be the CEO, I don't know. So SteamCo is a non-profit community enterprise that helps connect our kids with their art and our communities with their schools by running creativity days. And we want to get the whole community involved. We want people who've had kids, not had kids, got kids, whatever, to come and work with us to help us run these days.
It's magical.
What inspired me? Well, I saw a talk by Sir Ken Robinson. I read half a book called What's the Point of School? On what we should be teaching our kids. And I went to Camp Bestel, which is really a Glastonbury for kids. And I thought, I want this in my kids' school. I've got a lovely little film my dad gave me of me when I was 1 and him with my first ever train set. And I show that to kids in schools all over the country. And how my dad gave me the greatest gift. He gave me my art. Because art is what we call it when what we do might connect us to somebody else. So art could be painting, it could be photography, it could be cooking, it could be coding, it could be dancing, it could be design, it could be DJing, it could be robots, it could be rockets. The fun, the excitement that we have making and firing rockets in schools is to be seen, to be believed.
This is the best day of my life.
This truck contains everything you need to run a creativity festival in a primary school. 30 coding kits with the BBC Microbit. We've got rocket making kits. We do cardboard challenge. We can do the egg drop. We've got a t-shirt printing machine so we can print I Love Art t-shirts. So the kids design their own logo, take a selfie. We've had thousands of posters of those done. That's with JR, French street artist JR. So we've got communities all over the country designing I Love Art logos, taking photos, and we sent them off to JR, and he's printed 1,000 of these off for us, which we're fly posting all over the country. So in lockdown, we got an Arts Council grant and we built a green screen TV studio. We've been live streaming events all summer. We did a 3-day Glastonbury event where we built a half-sized pyramid stage from cardboard and code and ran 3-day events. We had Martin and Gary Kemp. We had Glenn Matlock from the Sex Pistols on stage alongside community artists, dads and their kids. And we had a young lad from Leeds called Lenny who played his piano on stage, all virtual.
We learnt a lot in lockdown, and as soon as it lifted, we took it out on the road. We built a cardboard Coventry Cathedral, itself optimistically rebuilt after the war, and took it all around the country. With our green screen magic, kids could perform on a stage, and we launched it to inspire them to aim higher than high with their art. Inspired by Elon Musk's vision to take 1 million people to Mars in 30 years, we built a cardboard Mars base camp with a 150-foot tall starship. Now we need people and organisations to collaborate for creativity.
For me, collaboration is everything.
Elton John gave me the greatest gift. Actually, he made a film, I don't know if you saw it, with John Lewis, where basically he tells the story of how he was given a piano as a kid and worked hard and made literally 1 million. I saw that film, ripped it off, put our own subtitles on it, and Elton John retweeted it. It had 50,000 views in an hour, and I went on a 2-week UK tour from Cornwall all the way to Carlisle, showing that film, showing my train set film, talking to kids about art and creativity, letting off rockets, and inspiring schools across the country in our 12 days of Creative Christmas tour.
You've inspired one little boy in particular, a very quiet boy, and as that rocket shot into the air, we heard the words blast off come out of his mouth.
Innovation, technology and dreams rocketing up to the sky.
The state education system, we have a lot of people feel it's been narrowed and narrowed and narrowed, focusing on teaching and testing of highly academic subjects, which are important, which are right for some kids, but it's not for everybody. And some kids come out of the education system literally broken. 9 out of 10 schools in Britain have reported cutting the arts in some way or another, which is a real tragedy. And we're going to lose that cutting-edge creativity that made Britain so famous. Creativity is Great Britain, after all. The ideal future for me would be a whole load of these trucks on the road with passionate, enthusiastic, committed, creative people, helping connect kids with their art and communities with their schools all the way across the UK. As Albert Einstein said, imagination can take us anywhere.
I would like to have SteamCo day in my classroom because we get to learn about what's inside stuff and things. I like science because you get to make stuff. You can describe people who do stuff, what's amazing.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening. I can see we've got lots and lots of viewers. This is fantastic. I'm assuming a few of those are from St Michael in the Hamlet here in Liverpool, here in cold and frosty Liverpool. Actually, it's not that cold and frosty tonight. If you were down at the school today, you will know that we were we were down there in our camper van, and I'll be absolutely honest with you, we had a bit of a job finding somewhere to stay tonight. We stayed down at the marina last night, and believe it or not, they charged us they charged us a lot of money. They charged us a lot of money. Well, not a lot, it's 20 quid. It's usually 25, but that's off a fiver. And basically there was no electricity. And we missed the toilets and the showers. So it was all a bit of a waste of time. So we've actually, believe it or not, we're actually camped tonight in a school's grounds. A head teacher we saw this morning said we could camp in his school grounds. Now, the trouble with that is that basically it hasn't given us an awful lot of time, because what happened last night was that we had a complete meltdown of our live stream last night. We had a live stream last night in Liverpool city centre. We actually built, believe it or not, we built a cardboard model of something called Sea Monster. I don't know if we can show you that. Can we cut to that, please? Yep, there we are. There we are, live in Liverpool city centre. That's fantastic. That is Sea Monster. Now, you're probably wondering, what on earth is Sea Monster? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and pull up a little video. Can somebody just put a little message in and tell me you can hear me? Because I'll be honest with you, I have done live streams and I've been sat there all evening chatting away, and then I found out that my microphone hadn't been turned on. And nobody heard a word. In fact, nobody said that they couldn't hear a word, which was a bit strange. So I want to tell you a little bit about Sea Monster. Because what I've got to do, see, I'm sat here in the back of the camper van now. Can we get a little message? Oh, I got a message. Yes, Benji, I got a message. Let's see what they've got to say. Louise Fitzsimmons, thank you very much, Louise. Oh, she's on the bottle. Look, she's got, is that a bottle of black currant Ribena? Look at that. She's got the Ribena out. Hello, Louise. Thank you very much for that. Nick Hawkes is in the house as well. We can hear you. Yep. Nick Hawkes is a sound guy. He knows, well, sound, it means he's a good bloke, but also means he knows a little bit about sound. And he knows that when I say, can you hear me? What I'm really saying is, please, can you tell me if you can hear me or not? So thanks for that shout out, Nick. And Jennifer here. Jennifer's saying, we can hear you too. Jennifer looks like she's just come out of the shower especially. I do need to remind you all that if you put a message in the box, it might go up on the screen. Just check your avatar. Because I've had a bit of stick in the past of people saying, oh, I didn't realise you were going to put my face up and photo up because I didn't have my good side on the camera. Get your photo sorted. Anthony Fitzsimmons is in the house as well. Oh my goodness me. See, that's an example. Look, that's an example. This is a family show, Anthony, and you've got your tummy out. Look, you've got your beer belly out. We know who had all the pies in your family, don't we? Looks like somebody had half a Carlsberg as well. So we've got a bit of configuring to do, because last night we had a bit of a meltdown. I've got to be honest. We had a bit of a meltdown. We had to set the whole thing up. We were at Lipper Primary School. I'll tell you about Lipper Primary School. Oh my goodness, what an amazing school that is. We were there yesterday for a live stream and we had a brilliant day. Then we had to actually go and build the cardboard pyramid. Then we had to set up for a live stream last night. We had a brilliant show. We had an amazing guy. One of the Cuban brothers actually came on last night, Mikey. And I'll be honest, I thought he was supposed to be a Liverpudlian. I thought he was supposed to be a bit of a Scouser, because he said he knew a bloke called Ken from around here. And it turned out he's actually got a bit of Yorkshire in him, a bit of Scottish, and he's lived in America and New Zealand. So he was a little bit schizo last night, poor old. I don't mean to disrespect anybody with additional needs when I say schizo. It's just a bit of a cheap dad joke. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't mean to offend anybody. But basically, we had a bit of a crack last night with him. We had somebody who's just written a book called Square Pegs. But anyway, rewind selector, I want to tell you a little bit about, oh, hello, we've got some more comments. I love it when somebody types something in the box. Oh, Victoria, look, she had a bit of a tasty picture in there, I reckon, half an hour ago, and she's just taken that out. She's taken it out, haven't you, Victoria? Unless you haven't worked out how to put it in the first place, I don't know. Carla is in the house. Carla's puckering up there, fantastic. I'm looking at the wallpaper, not your puckering up. Well, you put a bit of makeup on, a bit of lippy. That's nice. It's nice to see people making an effort. Who else we got here? Debbie Rogers is in the house. Which one's Debbie? Oh, that's no, David Roberts. Oh, Debbie. Debbie's hidden behind the YouTube logo. That's no good, is it, Debbie? You want to flip that around. Get your Photoshop skills out and then we'll be all right. So what I want to do now is I just want to say, this is what Sea Monster is all about. Check this out. If you've ever paid a penny tax, and let's not get political, let's not get angry, let's not get ranty. This is a love-in tonight. We're loving it. We're loving it in Liverpool. Oh my goodness. Went down the Flory earlier. Do you know the Flory? Oh my goodness. Community Arts Centre run by Anne and the team. Bloke called Tim came up and we had a lovely chat. And you wwon't believe what Benji got given. Yeah, Benji's poking it at me. Benji, we haven't got the cameras on yet. I haven't plugged the cameras in yet. We've only just rocked up. When you rock up in a camper van in a schoolyard, you've got a priority list, right? The first thing is to get rocked up, get level, get the electricity. Now, the head teacher forgot to leave the extension out. Good job I got a Jenny. So there's a Jenny buzzing away in a bush over there.
We then have to get the lights up because we like people to see that we're putting a show on. And I have to put the internet dish up because we've got one of Elon Musk's satellite dishes. I want to show you all this later. But I then have to configure the system. But because we had a blue screen meltdown, every single thing I configured last night got deleted. So I'm sat here feverishly in the back of a camper van trying to reconfigure everything. Get on with the show, I can hear you say. Well, I will get on with the show because what I'm going to do is play you a little film about Sea Monster.
It started as an idea to tell stories about the weather, reuse.
I distinctly remember the question, do you think we can get hold of a rig?
It's big, it's brave, it's optimistic.
No one's geared towards doing this despite what everyone talks about in terms of reuse. We'd be the first people in the world to have done this. It was like a red rag to a bull, basically.
You like it? I do. I don't think they should cut it up. They should put it somewhere else and let somebody else have a, move around the country.
Organisers of the Sea Monster say 500,000 people visited the attraction on Weston-super-Mare's seafront. After delays getting it ready, the repurposed North Sea gas rig was open to the public for 2 months before closing its doors on Sunday. Parts have already been removed, although a petition to keep it in place for longer has this afternoon been taken to Parliament.
I think it's disgusting they're getting rid of it. It's an attraction. There's thousands of people come to see it. It's bringing people into Weston. What's the matter? What are they thinking?
Having seen this on BBC television earlier in the year, I live on the East Coast. I've come all the way here to see this fantastic sea monster. What a great piece of artwork.
To look at the queues of people that are trying to get in.
Why take it? Why disassemble it tomorrow? Why break it up? Why not keep it here for the rest of the year until something else is arranged to go there? There's a lot of money that's cost to have that. It's brilliant.
This is our petition for Michelle Donnellan, the Culture Minister here at the Department of Digital Culture, Media and Sport in London, to save Sea Monster. A stay of execution for this fantastic art project that could be a beacon for the creativity revolution that our children, our communities and our country so desperately need. I'm going to hand it in now.
That is Nick Corsten. He's full of beans, isn't he? He loves Sea Monster, and there's nothing wrong with that.
What's the point of being human and being on this planet at a tough time like this if we haven't got art and culture? And as I say, Sea Monster could be that beacon for a creativity revolution we so desperately need in this country.
Now, I will be honest with you, the moral of that story is do not drive around Parliament Square with a picture of an oil rig on the side of your camper van, because I got busted by the police 3 times in half an hour. Even walking out of DCMS, they came and had a little chat with me, and it was 3 different crews. It was unbelievable. Now, you saw a little story there, Billy. Let's get Billy on here, because Billy is from Newport, and his story is just something else.
Right.
So what did you think of that today, mind?
Absolutely brilliant. Wonderful day out. And Nick done a wonderful job. And I hope he keeps a good work up. And I'd like to see more people getting involved with it.
And what did you think of Sea Monster, what we saw up there, that oil rig and everything?
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Pity they weren't leaving it there a bit longer, but it was very interesting.
What did you used to do for a living years ago?
I worked on the steam trains for 8 years.
It's a shame when they cut all those engines up in
Barry.
Barry.
In Newport, they cut over 300 not over. They burnt them all up. All the ones are by Barry and all. They cut all them up.
It's almost ironic because they're just about to cut up the Sea Monster as well. How do you feel about the Sea Monster being cut up like those?
No, I don't think they should cut it up.
No. Anyway,
but I would have liked them to keep that there longer.
Yeah.
For the money it cost.
So today we're going to Weston-super-Mare to launch the Save the Sea Monster campaign. One question for everybody on this bus, everybody from the Salvation Army of Newport. Are you with me today, people? Yes! I can't hear you. Are you with me? Mission to save the sea monster! And if we save it from New and Western, how about getting close to Barry for everybody in Wales as well? I think that's a yes! Yeah!
So Billy there, Billy used to be a steam engine fireman, and he was heartbroken to think that £10 million of government money had been spent building that oil rig. And it was cut up after 8 weeks. Unbelievable. I'm not going to get political or party political. I'm always going to get policy political, because I think when you spend taxpayers' money, you've got a duty of care for value. And if you're in Liverpool, actually, you might remember, that they had our place in space. It was a walk around the docks with planets you could look at. I must admit, a teacher in the school today said she thought it was a bit of a waste of time, but I didn't see that one. I was a bit disappointed. I'll be honest with you, they blocked my Twitter account, which wasn't very nice, was it? And I wasn't rude. It wasn't rude. I just asked them how their audiences were going, because they're supposed to get 66 million people, and they had about, well, I'm not going to go think, you can look it up if you want to know. Now, I do want to show you that I'm making some progress here. So behind the scenes, every time I play a video, I have to plug another bit of technology together. I've got to get a camera up. I've got my mic working, because you can hear me. In fact, can you hear me? Can you hear me is my question. Let's have a bit of a shout out for me, please. I've got a new message in here. I've got, a very special message, John Inglis. Oh my goodness, people like John make my day. Do you know what I mean? I came out of the school today. We had to get the vehicle, the van Starship off the car park, a school playground. There I am thinking it's my car park, because we were parked on the playground, as hopefully you'll see later. And this dad came up and we had a bit of a crack, and it turned out he used to live in New York, and I used to live in New York. I had 6 weeks today after I left university. I lived in a road called Ludlow Street, which was pretty hardcore in those days. There were a lot of drug dealers on every street corner. It was really good. But we went to, we saw Run DMC, LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys and Houdini at Madison Square Garden, because they'd just invented hip hop, believe it or not. Hard to believe, I know I don't look old enough. And John said he lived in Brooklyn. We had a bit of a chat, and look what John's done here. Look what he's done. He says, "Hi Nick, good to talk to you at St Michael in the Hamlet, Liverpool," as if I'd forgotten. Hang on, that's a bit of a cheeky little avatar. What's going on there? Somebody's, goodness me, there's a bit of a baby's dummy going on. St Michael in the Hamlet, Liverpool this afternoon. Thanks for the insight into all you do. Good luck on your travels. Jean-Marie says hi. Do you know what? We had a lovely chat, bit of a fist bump. Really, really good. And that's what this is all about. Good vibes. Nothing but good vibes. I want to show you a bit of progress. I have made some progress here. Not as much as I'd have liked, but basically we've got well, actually I can go to set 2. I can go to set 2. Can I go to set 2? I can't quite. Yes, I can go to set 2. So that is set 2. So if I press that button there, it zooms in. Look, we're getting there. Now there's nobody on the stage because I'm underneath cutting cardboard and getting this all ready. And I don't really want that to, see how that zooms out wide, and then when I press that button, it zooms in. I want Sea Monster to be in the middle. So what I've got to do is I might as well, I mean, you can go and have a cup of tea, because we've got about probably another 15 minutes to actually see me sat on there, because I've just got to configure it all. So what I've got to do is reposition that like that. So now when I zoom out and then zoom in, you can see that it's come up in the middle because I've reprogrammed it, and that's what I've got to do. I've actually got to recalibrate this. Now, just to show you, we have got a little bit of progress here. On this screen, we've got the stage. And later on tonight, we're actually going to see children from the school performing on this stage, because some girls did a lovely dance piece. Now, I've got to be honest with you, that performance is still on the little memory stick, because we've only just rocked up in our campsite, so we've got a little bit of work to do. And then at the weekend, we're going to Bruce screen it. We're going to have all sorts of fun. But I just want to show you something tonight, because I know you've been waiting a while, and I do not want to keep you waiting too long. The kids have got to get to bed. We're 10 minutes over that thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop another little film out. And you might be thinking, oh no, not another film, Nick. Get on with it. Get on with it. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what happened when I went to Cornwall the other week, because you saw that I went down to Cornwall. But what you didn't see is what happened, because I went to Cornwall to see Richard Branson launch a rocket, and Richard Branson's rocket didn't go off. Did it, children? Well, we've started as we mean to go on with an epic fail in the first few weeks of 2023. We nipped down to Cornwall just this week in our Starship, which is a flying machine of our imagination. We had a media pass for Spaceport Cornwall for the event of the year. We built a cardboard studio set to live stream from and rocked up. We live streamed the launch and other shows from the back of our Starship studio. with our own satellite internet connections, some special guests including some Cornish rocket kids and their mum, Rocket Boys author Homer Hickle and the Astronomer Royal Lord Martin Rees, and of course Aaron from a very special school up in Rotherham. Space engineer John Chinner popped in, but tragedy struck.
We have experienced an anomaly. We're going to be ending our life.
Which was a gift for us, so we headed off to a local school near Spaceport Cornwall, down in Morgan in the Pyder. We soon found the school. We took our Mini-Mars rover and micro starship in and talked to the kids about aiming higher than high and the greatest lesson, not fearing failure. We got the school community to come in early and we talked about what we'd learned. Our dad helped us live stream it to the world and we launched the rockets we'd all made.
The time now 12 minutes before midday. And my little dog Spike has just decided he wants to sit on my lap and kiss me and look intently into my eyes, haven't you? Anyway, we've got a guest in the studio. We have got a man who believes that the Spaceport launch actually is a learning opportunity. Nick Corsten, who you've been here for the launch, haven't you, Nick?
I have, yeah. Gosh, it seems an eternity ago. Yes, I was.
Well, yep, we are getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I've actually got a camera on now. Benji, can you get my baseball cap? I don't really want anybody seeing my messy hair. We're in the Starship. We are in the Starship and we are making progress. We are making progress because I've now got a camera on. And if quick, Benji, I want to show it. I want to show them I've got the camera working, but we've got, my baseball cap's just flown in. Let's get the old baseball cap on. We want to stay on brand, don't we? So look, if I cut across there, hello, here I am, live and direct in the back of a camper van. Doesn't this look a bit rubbish? In fact, why don't we just give you a taster? Benji, come and give everybody a little wave. Here's our camper. I've got a disco ball there, look, just in case anybody's any doubt. This is Benji. Benji's helping out. Say hello to everybody, Benji.
Hi everyone.
I met Benji, we met on the Sea Monster, didn't we actually?
Yeah, we did.
Benji came from Coventry on a bus trip we took from Coventry. Loved it so much and we actually connected actually. I've got to be honest, we had a little connection. What was our connection, Benji? Clip that on there and tell everybody, it's not very long that microphone cable, but just tell everybody about our little connection, how we connected, and I'm going to get this little video ready.
And we connected by, Nick brought a whole load of people down who wanted to see the sea monster in Weston-super-Mare, and we went down and it was a really great day, and me and Nick had similar interest, and I spoke to him about the things I do, like the Warwick Arts Committee, creating a team of 20, because I felt when I was on the City of Culture Leadership Programme that they were letting everyone down and there wasn't enough get up and go. So me and Nick connected, and then he invited me down again, and then I stayed, and then and I'm like a glue stick now or something.
Are you stuck? You're stuck to me, are you?
Stuck.
Stuck to me.
Lovingly stuck.
But Benji, I mean, you actually always wanted to go to Weston-super-Mare, didn't you? What was the kind of story behind that? Is that cool? Can we go down that little pathway?
Yeah. So Mum and me love travelling all over the country, but for some reason I've always wanted to go down to Weston-super-Mare. I've also wanted to go up to Liverpool, and Nick made it possible. My mum passed away about 4 years ago from like hospital negligence and housing kind of failures, you know, the mould and the water and everything. But Nick made my dreams come true, so it feels like even though I haven't got my mum now, Nick is like, we're like besties, and
she's my brother, he's my brother. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. So Benji, that's our favourite tune at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, but not when you're singing it.
Not when you're singing it. Well, let's play another video. Thank you, Benji, before we go any further.
BBC Radio Shropshire.
7:47, a Shropshire school is preparing to launch a rocket this morning.
The man behind the rocket launch is Ludlow's very own Nick Corsten. And Nick joins me on the programme. Good morning.
Here in Shropshire, in the Shropshire Hills, just above Church Stretton, birthplace of the first industrial revolution. So we're better to come to launch a creativity revolution. Had the most fantastic day here today with the community of this school. We live streamed an all school assembly from a cardboard Mars base camp in the school playground. We live streamed it from a green screen. I'm a Shropshire dad, a Shropshire lad, born and bred in Ludlow, and my journey with SteamCo was inspired in no small way by a film that my dad made of me and him when I was 1 on my first train set. A loop of track. He showed me how to make a bridge and use my imagination. I've been showing that to children in the school today. My mother's very ill at the moment, and she reminded me recently of the work that she did with my father and the rest of the community running summer arts and crafts play schemes, how they fundraised using roller discos all through the summer and spring to make the money to run that event. And today in St Lawrence Primary School here in Church Stretton, we launched the Our Million 22 campaign because I want to inspire 1 million kids to aim not just high but higher than high, to put up to 22 of our SteamCo trucks on the road this year with people like me, mums, dads, creative carers, people who care about creativity, who care about children and who care about all our futures. After the assembly down at St Lawrence Primary School, we launched a dynamite rocket. But in our minds we were launching that starship. So whether you're in Shropshire or anywhere in the country, if you believe in creativity, children and all our futures, I hope you'll chip a quid in to our Creative Carer Patreon. Be a part of it. Well, I've got to be honest, we're making progress here, but we haven't got the green screen up yet. We've only got a blue one. We can't find a green screen anywhere. Have you seen this? Look. How to make Benji disappear, look. That's how you make Benji disappear. Look, Benji's gone. Look, where's she gone? Where's he gone? There he is. There's Benji. Yeah, we've got to get our green screen up. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've got to be honest. We are not far away now from getting something on the road. We've got the 3 videos of the 3 performances. So if your child was in the school today and did some dancing, played the cello, and I think, what was the other one? Let me have a quick look here. What was the other one? The other one was, oh, you're not going to believe when I'll show you. If anybody wants to see this tech, just put it up on your, we've got a cello, we've got, somebody playing the trumpet, fantastic, and we've got the most beautiful little dance performance. It really is lovely, really, really lovely. So we're going to put those on probably in about 10 minutes because I would like you to see those on our stage because we are here in Liverpool city centre and we are going to show you, I'm going to be sat behind that stage the next time you look, and we're going to have the children's performance on that big screen behind. Yes, it's going to be on that big screen. It's going to be really cool. I think we're 5 minutes away. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yes, we've got a lovely message here. Let's see it now, please. Kids on the stage. My niece is performing. Debbie, we are going to have it. I'm not just talking for the sake of this. I'll be honest with you. I'll get a cat. Well, look. This is what we're talking about here. This is the, well, actually you can't really see there, but we've got a bit, we had a tech meltdown and we're reprogramming it, and we can just drop the film. You're going to have the film in 10 minutes, I absolutely promise, because I know the children have to get to bed. And there's a lovely message here. Well, lovely. Ruth Maziv, God help people from Turkey. Really, I think we could all say a little prayer for everybody involved in that tragedy. Might just be worth pausing for a moment to have a think about that and those people. But you know, we've got to be lucky, we've got to be grateful for what we've got. We're seconds away, well, seconds, I'm going to give it, what's the time now? I'd rather just get something out. Yeah, okay, so it's 7 minutes to 8. At 8 o'clock, I promise you we will play those films because I've got them here ready to go. I hope they're all okay. I hope the audio is all okay. I haven't had the chance to check them. I know they have been checked by the school, so we've got the permission from the school to show them. I've got a couple of other little video clips. We've got to get the, yeah, whatever, I won't bore you with the details. So we are just about to do all that sort of stuff. So let me just find something we can just drop in here quickly, and then we will get the show on the road.
Well, you might have heard that Cornwall was unsuccessful in pitching for the UK City or County of Culture, which is obviously a real shame, but at the end of the day it's not the end of the world, because what we're trying to do with SteamCo, with our grassroots Ignite 22 Festival of Creativity, is to co-create events across the whole of the country. We were in Shropshire the other day for hashtag Shropshire 22, and this week we're down here in Cornwall for hashtag Cornwall 22. We want to help these communities, we want to inspire the children, we want to connect the parents, the community with their schools, and inspire their children to aim not just high but higher than high, powered by their creativity, powered by community. Cornwall was the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, in parallel with Shropshire, when Richard Trevithick went to Ironbridge because only those Shropshire lads and lasses could build a boiler strong enough for him. And this week we launched the Our Million 22 campaign, because I want to raise £1 million to inspire 1 million kids, powered by their creativity and community. And I'm delighted to say that an American aerospace enthusiast has promised us $50,000 in our match fund to get to the million. So for every £1 you'll give, he'll give £1 or $1. And with the money, we want to put up to 22 of our pop-up Creativity Day drop trucks on the road, with the first 2 in Shropshire and Cornwall. So please support us. We had a fantastic day with the community today, just up the road in St Izzy. We did a live streamed assembly as if on a cardboard Mars base camp in their playing fields in the shadow of one of Elon Musk's starships. We ran creative activities, the children made rockets, they did cardboard modelling, they did graphic design, and then at the end of the day the whole community came into the playing fields and we launched the dynamite rocket. That's what we're talking about, inspiring our kids and connecting our communities. Creativity is Great Britain, and we need to come together for our children, for our communities and our country to show what we can achieve. Aha, you can't hear me, Jennifer. Thank you for that little shout out. You've got the surname as Jennifer Inglis and John Inglis. I think we've got a his and hers. I hope you're on your own screens, you're on your own accounts, maybe sat on the phones. Thank you for that. Thanks for Louise. I was only talking rubbish, I'll be honest. I was talking rubbish, but you know that I'm here. I've got this bit working. Now, wouldn't it be nice, because I'm a bit of a purist, if we had those videos were there. Look, they're in the wrong place because I had to reprogram the system. So what I'm going to do is I want to do this. I want this to work. So I'm going to click on my little button there, and my presenter cam is that one. So let's change the position of that. And this is quite hard. Where is my presenter gone? Oh, there he is. Look, that's no good. I don't want to be there. Oh, is it gone? I want to be kind of more over there. So I'm not going to get too pedantic here, but I just want you. I want to do half a decent show. You know, I think you deserve that, don't you? So let's just plonk me there. That looks a bit rubbish, but that will do. The important one is the performance video. So let's position that one. Now, where's that gone? Where's that video? Oh, there it is. Now that's in totally the wrong place, and it needs rotating. So let's twist that around. Twist that around. Normally I would do this behind the scenes, but I know a lot of people find this stuff quite interesting. That's fair enough. So now we need to make that a little bit smaller. and put it behind me. Now, if I wasn't in such a rush, I wouldn't just plonk it there. I'd actually give it a little bit of a twist. In fact, I might try and give it a little twist actually. No, I'm not. Do you know what? We want to get the video on. So, what's the matter, Benji? We can't hear you. Oh, they couldn't hear me, but they can now. Or you're saying take that message off. Yeah, you can hear me now. So Benji's in the other room, being really helpful. So what we're going to do is we are going to start this show. We're going to rewind selector. Can everybody hear me? Let's have some shout outs. Let's get some shout outs. Who's ready for the show? Type a message. Let's get some messages in. Let's show. Can you still not hear me, or have I got am I on? Can you hear me now? Yes, you can. Jennifer says yes, you can hear me, I think. Can a few people just let me know if you can hear me? Who's here? Where are you from? Let's get some shout outs. Let's get some shout outs. Let's get a few shout outs, because here we are on our cardboard sea monster. We know the story behind Sea Monster. We know why we're here. Let us press the button. Jennifer Inglis is saying yes, you can hear me. Jane Rickwood is ready. Anybody else out there ready? Hello, Jane. Lovely to see you there. Anybody else ready to go? Anybody else ready to go? This is a campaign to inspire the government to change their policies to save our subjects. Let's get this show on the road, shall we, Nick? Yes, we shall, Nick. Okay, let's go.
It's 6 o'clock. I'm Phil Cooper. A national campaign has been launched in Liverpool to encourage schools to include arts and technology as part of the curriculum. Over 30 organisations have joined the Save Our Subjects campaign, which is being led by SteamCo, a national non-profit community enterprise. Their CEO, Nick Corsten, says the curriculum has become too narrow and shouldn't just focus on literacy and numeracy.
What we're trying to achieve is to get everybody to understand and appreciate the value of not just art, well, art in its broader sense, but creativity, because we think that this is the key to giving our children futures in which they're going to be able to thrive and not just survive. These are important skills. They are indeed, and that is why we're here today. That's why we're here today on a cardboard sea monster, celebrating creativity, a beacon for the creativity revolution that I passionately believe our children, our kids, our communities so desperately need. And as you know, I'm here on top of this cardboard sea monster. And we've had a very special day today at St Michael in the Hamlet School. Really wonderful. And what was particularly special for me was chatting to the parents afterwards. We had a right old laugh, didn't we? Had a right old giggle. And what I want to do now is play 3 films, which we filmed today in a little bit of a hurry because we only had the afternoon and we had no plans. We didn't even know we were going till 10 o'clock this morning. It was very quick. So please bear with us. I do apologise for the hiccups. I do apologise for the delays. But I'd like to play, first of all, a lovely little performance by some of the girls. And we called this Dare, Born to Dance. Let's play this little video now. And I hope it works because I haven't seen it before. That's not it. Why isn't that coming up? Oh, here we are. Go for it, girls.
Yeah.
This is what we believe. There are things in this world more powerful than words. A single look, a shift in weight, a hand, a palm, a finger can move you, can seduce you.
Here we are. What happened there? Oh. Ah!
Hold it now, wait, hold it, that's play.
Yeah.
I am sorry about that, girls.
Because movement is the most basic form of communication for every human being on the planet. It expresses what a whole bunch of words never could. Lyrical, breaking, jazz. Each as powerful as the next, that expresses the people, the culture, the place that they come from. of our human existence. But it's not about how many flips, or how many spins, or how straight. It's how far you can stretch your soul. Who dance, the ones who love to move, at a wedding, at a party, or just in the living room. Dance moves you, and we know the feeling, because we're those people too. And now technology makes it possible for all of us to be together, to rediscover each other, and the common rhythm that unifies us all. There are things in this world more powerful than words, and now there's a place to share. This is what we believe.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo, fantastic. Well done, girls. That was absolutely incredible. If you've ever seen Sir Ken Robinson was a very famous educationalist from Liverpool who was passionate about creativity. He lived his life for creativity. He did a talk on the TED Talks, which had 350 million views, about how schools teach creativity or can teach creativity out to children. And in that, he tells the story of a young lady, a young girl who was taken to the doctors because she couldn't sit still in class. And the doctor said, "Mrs. Lynn, Gillian isn't sick. She's a dancer. Take her to a dance school. Help her find her dream, find her passion." Gillian Lynn went on to choreograph Cats and made millions and millions of pounds and dollars and whatever for the global economy with her creativity. So girls, you keep working at it. You keep dreaming. You keep dancing. You aim higher than high. That was beautiful. Ken Robinson would be so proud of that performance. Our next performance from St. Michael in the Hamlet is from this young man. And this young man is going to play the trumpet by the look of it. Take it away, young man. I'll second that emotion. That was wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. A little bit of trumpet there. Let's take him back just before he walks away. There we go. Absolutely superb, young man. If anybody knows who that was, pop your message in. I see Debbie actually put a lovely little message up there. Her amazing niece, Debbie Rogers, got her dream come true tonight. My amazing niece, face red, heart shaped. Fantastic. They've got emojis for that, Debbie, you know. Fantastic. Well done, Emily. So that's lovely to see the messages in. Anybody got any support for that little trumpet player? Anybody out there going to big him up? Don't forget, this is on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on Twitter, so you can share it with your family and everybody in your community. Let's create a little bit of buzz here. Let's share the love. Let's share this wonderful work that these young people are doing here. It's absolutely super. We've got one more performance before we call it a day. I might rab it on for a little bit because I've got a few more bits I need to sort of try and configure on the system. But one of them is actually just changing these little settings a little bit so we don't mash that up too much. We've got one more performance coming up from St Michael in the Hamlet, and we had a lovely, lovely day there today. And I'm going to see if I can find a few video clips from the playground because it's right or laugh. I haven't had time to edit it together, but I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Do you see what I've did? I reprogrammed it so it doesn't go full screen, but now I can zoom in on me. So that makes me full screen, which is great. It's a bit annoying because I have to look down because all the text in front of me, I really need to have one of those displays where I can see it in front, or a big mirror, whatever they do on the proper television. Oh, we've got a message here. Rebecca Quinn says, well done, Alex. That's lovely. So well done, Alex. Hello, Rebecca. I don't know if that's your Alex or a neighbour or someone you know. But this is what community is all about. This is when we say that art is what we call it when what we do connects us. I like art so much. I bought the t-shirt. Look, I got an I Love Art t-shirt there. I printed that myself. And what we can do, the children today, they've made some lovely, lovely I Love Art logos today. And we can print them onto t-shirts for you if anybody wants that. We'll send you some information on that. Our final performance of our performances today is this young man who's going to play the cello. I played the cello. I had a cello when I was a little boy. Do you know, I could never quite get my head around it. I think I got grade 1, something or other, just doing a few chords. Didn't have any relevance. I don't know. I just thought, I'm never going to crack this. And if I do, where's it going to take me? Whatever. I'm an engineer. My brain works differently. So let's click on this and have a lovely, lovely little cello recital. Amazing, absolutely amazing young man. So who was that? Does anybody know who that young man was there? So we're going to type a little message in the system. I'm desperately trying to download little video clips here. Well done, Alex. That's not Alex, because Alex was the last little boy. Anybody know who that was? Because I haven't got the information, and I hoped to get a member of the staff on today, but I haven't been able to get the tech working. In fact, do you know what? I might be able to do that. Let me send a message. Let me see if your teacher... I'm going to text her. Are you there? If so, are you around to come on? Now, teachers are off duty now, so let's see. I mean, and she may not be able to. She might not be able to. Might not have seen that message. That's fine. Do you know what? But I just want to show that we've got this tech, because this isn't Zoom. You know, we're not talking about Zoom here. We have got some pretty complex tech going on, and I had, you know, we're having all sorts of tech issues because we've got a lot of stuff going on here. Let me see if this one's going to work for us. Let's have a look. No, that doesn't want to work. So basically, I tell you, if I wanted to show you what's going on down here, what I can do is I can cut to that camera. So this is this camera. And what we'll do is, what we're going to do on Friday, we're going to have a proper session on Friday, and we'll show you all this in detail. If anybody's interested in how we do this, look. So basically, I'm sat here in the camper van, as you can see, and I've got a laptop in front of me there. I've got a screen there. I've got a screen there. I've got a laptop there. I've got loads of buttons to press there. Got even more buttons to press over there. That's not working for some reason. That's really annoying. And I've got a phone here, so it's all quite hardcore, I tell you. And I'm in the back of a camper van, and we haven't got a camera outside. On Friday, we're gonna set this up, and we'll show you where we are and show you how it's all going. So that's basically what this is all about. And as you can see, that's all a bit odd, isn't it? Because that's that camera, which should just be of me in front of a green screen, because I'm in front of a green screen and you can't see the green screen because it's black. So that is what we've been talking about. I know you've put up with a lot of my rabbiting and ranting tonight. I hope you don't mind, because I had to play for time. I'd love to have started on time, and it just wasn't to be. I'm going to try and find a couple of little videos of, what did we have from today? Let's have a quick look. I don't know if we've got a few driving vans. So we can't put anything out. You've got to appreciate, we can't put anything out today that the school hasn't cleared. And we just did not have time to do that because of the issues of finding somewhere to park, because we didn't want to go where we were the first night. Where we were the first night was a little bit sketchy, I've got to be honest. We were a little bit sketchy, and people coming in the night, and cars and lots of loud music, and it was a bit scary because, I don't know, people just, I don't know, it's just a bit strange, but whatever. So we've got a few videos today. We had a great afternoon. We went down to the Florrie. And if you know anything about art and culture in Liverpool, you'll know that the Florrie is a really, really super community arts centre in Toxteth. Anne runs that. And a chap called Tim came out actually. And we had a lovely, lovely chat with him. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to pop these videos in here now, and I haven't got a clue what's in any one of them really, but I'm just going to play them because we had a lovely chat with Tim. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play these and see what happens. This is the randomness of my life on the road. So let's just see what we've got here, shall we? Let's have a look. We have got, yeah, well, that's a video of the Florrie. Let's have a look. Oh, there's Ricky and the royal family. This is the Florrie, which is a community arts centre in Toxteth. And, oh, there we are. What's going on here then, Governor? Oh, there goes our starship. So that's what we're flying around in. We're pretending it's a starship because our imagination can take us absolutely anywhere. So we've got a few little videos here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little film. So these are all what we call the rushes. And these are all the rushes and the little bits and pieces that will go together to make our final film. We're going to edit it all together. Fabulous that. Thank you very much, Debbie.
Okay.
Oh, that's Benji. So we'd have cut that actually. So she told me to drive. So she was waving to me to drive past. Oh, MJ Queen get a free advert. Fantastic. And there goes the starship driving past. Oh yeah, we'll get ready for that, Benji. Yeah, I have that stand by. Did I finish my cup of tea? You couldn't give me that drink. So we did lots of these little clips, and when these get speeded up, they're actually quite good fun, actually. So there we go. That's our starship. Oh, this is lovely.
Oh, wow. This is so cool.
Can I take that to the Queen? There's a bit of bad language coming up here, I think, so please be careful if the children are up. Beautiful community art space. This is absolutely lovely. This is a fantastic community resource, isn't it, this place?
It's 40 hours a week and free activities.
So Tim, you're doing a guitar lesson tonight then, yeah?
Yeah, guitar class.
So tell us about the sort of people I'm hoping you can see me, but I hate to say this, we've just had a power cut. We've just had a power cut. The laptop's still going because that's got a battery. We've got a generator. Now, we shouldn't have run out of petrol. So this is how we roll. Is the generator going? The generator's stopped. Okay. Somebody pulled our generator on us. Maybe somebody's turned the generator off because didn't like the noise. I don't know. Let's have a look. This is the generator. Let's have a look. Oh dear. What's this? I thought that was, there's petrol in there. Where's our generator not working then? Let's go to that position. How strange. Okay, so we've now got lights on again. So I think we're going to have to call it a day there. We've done the show. So this is where we are. So this is basically our camper van is parked in the back of a school. They've given us full permission for this. There are no neighbours nearby, so it's a very quiet generator. So I don't know quite what happened there. I think maybe the generator needs some oil. We'll have to read the manual on that. But basically, where's the camera on this? There we are. So basically, yeah, we're parked in the school playground. They've given us permission. We've got our camper van there, our Starship there. And you know what? We did the important bit. One, we had a go. And two, those children got to see themselves, and that's what matters. What was I doing? I was just playing little videos. It doesn't matter. We're going to have another show tomorrow and Thursday, and then on Friday we'll have a finale, and we'll hopefully edit those videos, and it will all be super duper, really, really cool. I'm just a dad. I do what I can. I went into school today. I got for nothing. I'm not getting paid for this. We haven't got sponsorship at the moment. Well, we've got one sponsor for a small amount of money for the whole year. I've only got one paid day's work for the next 3 months. Don't tell my wife. So if anybody wants to chip in £1, we've got an appeal to raise £1 million to inspire 1 million kids. We want to get 20 of these little trailers on the road with everything in it you need to run a creativity day. And I'm looking for people like me who are prepared to do what I do. I want to get 20 of these on the road. I want one in Shropshire. I want one in Cornwall. I want one in Liverpool, Manchester area. I might have to have one each. I don't know. Liverpool and Manchester, Oil and Water. I want to get one in Yorkshire as well. And then we want to prove the concept and then roll them out across the country. So we're going to be doing a crowdfunder for that. We've got to raise about 200 grand for that, because basically every one of those and somebody's wages for a year and all the insurance and all the equipment is going to cost about 50 grand for each one. We're going to go full on. We're going to go full out. We're either going to go for 150 or 200 grand. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I'm going to go and have to get a proper job if we can't make this work. So that's what we're talking about here. It's been lovely to have you on. Can you pop a little message in? I don't know if you've got any messages of support out there. I don't think we're going to get, I can't get, so there's my studio in the back of the van, you see? See that in there? So that's our live streaming studio. And I've got the disco ball there. So basically, you can probably see actually, that's the kind of chaos that I inherit, and all the wires. It's pretty complicated. So when things don't work, it's pretty full on. But you know what? Let's see if we've got any messages here. Fabulous. Is anybody going to pop a little message in? Oh, Debbie. So I'm on the phone now, but I can still control the basics. I can control the basics, so that's all right. Got 12 people still on here. So who's out there? And we're going to say hello, give me a little love, bit of love, bit of thumbs up. I tell you what, I should probably just go and jump off a bridge now after that disaster. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got any messages? No messages coming in. Okay, well, hello, Jennifer. Keep up the amazing work you do. Well, you were a very lucky lady. If you're anything to do with John Inglis, you may or may not be. You may have been once and not be now. I don't know. But John is a super chap. Made my day today having a chat with him, and the fact you put that message in, that was really very special, because this is hard work, mate. I tell you, this is hard work for all the laugh and joke and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty stressful, as you can see. If anybody knows anything about generators, if John happens to be a generator expert, then get yourself over here, mate, because I need some help. I can't do it all. It's funny, I was chatting to somebody yesterday who used to work for the BBC, and they used to have a team of 12 people doing this, and I'm doing it on my own. Well, I'm not doing it on my own. Come over here, Benji. Come over here. What's it crashed, is it? It's a bit slow, is it? Benji is my brother. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. The road is long with many whatever it is.
Thank you for all your wonderful messages as well.
And there are lovely messages. And what Benji wanted to say probably was that he got given a ukulele. So basically, the punchline in that video is that Tim at the Florrie gave Benji a ukulele. All it needs is a few strings, and Benji is learning ukulele at the moment. So that was very, very special. Here comes Benji. You be careful jumping down those steps. Here's Benji with his ukulele. Fantastic. Benji's over the moon with that. So thank you very much, everybody. We're gonna come back to you shortly, hopefully, or later this week. But for now, let's just drop this video out. Thanks very much for watching us tonight, and really do.
We're all born artists. The problem is to remain an artist as we grow up. That was Pablo Picasso. And I think we've got to help our kids, all our kids, aim high in life. Not just high, but higher than high. We've got to help our kids find their passion, their art. So I'm Nick Corsten. I'm just a dad. I'm co-founder of SteamCo. One day maybe I'll be the CEO, I don't know. So SteamCo is a non-profit community enterprise that helps connect our kids with their art and our communities with their schools by running creativity days. And we want to get the whole community involved. We want people who
I don't know quite what happened there. I was in a video playing and then it stopped playing. That wasn't very good, was it? I'm back on the software now. Let me see if we can... Oh, now we've got feedback because I've got that going as well. Let's kill that. Hold on. Actually, no, this is where it just gets crazy and messy. It's just horrible when it goes like this. 1 2 1 2. I don't know if that's got rid of it or not. I'll tell you what it is, because I've got a phone here and I've got a laptop there, and so do you know what? I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to play that lovely little video. Thanks for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. Liverpool, we love you. We love you, Liverpool. We really, really do. Well, actually, no, let's get that in. Hang on. We should be able to at least put this in the... Here we go. And
It's 6 o'clock. I'm Phil Cooper. A national campaign has been launched in Liverpool to encourage schools to include arts and technology as part of the curriculum. Over 30 organisations have joined the Save Our Subjects campaign, which is being led by SteamCo, a national non-profit community enterprise. Their CEO, Nick Corsten, says the curriculum has become too narrow and shouldn't just focus on literacy and numeracy.
What we're trying to achieve is to get everybody to understand and appreciate the value of not just art, well, art in its broader sense, but creativity, because we think that this is the key to giving our children futures in which they're going to be able to thrive and not just survive. These are important skills.
Okay.